to Fight Night Hearthstone Edition, featuring some of the top players from around the world. With $15,000 of prize money on the line, who will go home the Hearthstone champion? This is Fight Night.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Fight Night Hearthstone Season 5. It's all tied up between DogeHouse and Managrind, as yesterday Dark Nyhx defeated Savage. Tonight, Realz versus Nyhx, two very chatty people. Let's get to the games right after you take a look at yesterday's highlights.
My name is Nyhx. My gamer ID is Savage.
My name is Johan Dark Nyhx Hansen, and I play for Team Managrind.
A little bit disappointing for Savages. I believe this is his preferred deck. Oh, there's the option.
There it is, Crip,
Yep.
You called it. So, Savit's gonna have to give that one up, and Dark Nyhx takes the lead, 1-0 to start.
That was like the biggest bullshit ever.
And that is gonna go ahead and give quite a lead here to Dark Nyhx.
Yep, Dark Nyhx is up 2-0.
Well played it is, and Dark Nyhx does concede. That was quite a comeback, Crip. Or he can try to wait to use that brawl again. Oh god, these are getting really big, these fatigues. And that is it. Dark Nyhx gonna end up taking this series 3-1.
Now let's meet the players. From Team Managrind, Realz, Dark Nyhx, Chucky, and Forsen. From Team DogeHouse, Nyhx, Savage, Artosis, and Ecop. So here are the rules for Fight Night Hearthstone Edition. 8 players form 2 teams and battle it out 4v4. 2 team captains spin the heartless ESGN wheel, which will determine the matchups. Now the battle begins. In order to win, the player has to beat all 3 of his rivals' decks. After all the players have battled solo, it's time for the final ace match. All 4 players on each team unite in a grand showdown to find out who is the strongest. Ultimately, the stakes are high. Teams can win as much as $5,000 for crushing their opponents. If one team manages to go even further and clean sweep their opponents, the winners will receive a huge bonus reward of $5,000 on top.
Hey guys, I'm in the Managrind corner with Forsen to talk a little bit about today's games. We have Nyhx versus Realz, and Realz, everyone says, is one of the strongest members on Managrind. You guys must be feeling pretty hyped about how he's going to play.
Yeah, I have pretty much confidence in Realz. I haven't seen much of Nyhx yet, but I still think he's a really good player from what I've heard. But I think for sure that Realz has maybe the upper hand in this one.
And Realz seems to have prepared and practiced a lot for this event. I mean, I'm looking over what he has prepared. It seems like he really has thought through a lot of what he's going to play today, yeah?
Yeah, we actually prepared a lot for this. So yeah, I think he's really prepared for this.
All right, well, we'll see what tricks he has under his cap. We're going to pass it back to Artosis and Crip at the casting desk.
Hey everyone, I'm Artosis alongside Crip once again here at ESGN TV's Fight Night. And I gotta say, last time, pretty riveting games.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you heal, sometimes you armor.
And you always pass, right?
Yeah.
Eventually.
And actually, in between the heal and the armor, there's sometimes cards played from the hand of each player.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong about that. I mean,
we'll have to look at it again.
We can maybe watch the VOD later in our free time together. I'm sure that would be great. But yeah, a weird match last time with that pre-stack. But here we are now. We have a new match tonight, and it's going to be Nyhx against Realz. And Realz, I think he's really one of their best players.
Well, it's hard to say that they have weak players from such a large player pool. I'm sure a lot went into choosing the players, but he seems pretty confident. And, when you're new at this kind of event, confidence does give you something.
Indeed it does. Now, Nyhx actually hasn't won a match yet at Fight Night. He was here in Season 1 and 2 and ended up losing both, but they were to StrifeCrow. And StrifeCrow is the nuts, as we all know.
Yeah, I do remember him not doing so well in some of those games. But overall, I think most people were quite pleased with his play. So yeah, difficult to say.
He's a strong player. But you know what? Let's go ahead and see what these players have to say about each other.
Hey guys, I'm Nyhx and I'm from Germany. I'm 20 years old and I'm playing Hearthstone for Team DogeHouse.
I'm Ryan Realz Masterson from Team Managrind.
I feel pretty good replacing Nyhx on the team because I didn't get to play last time, I couldn't go. So I'm really hungry to play again.
One thing that I think has been a benefit for us going into this has definitely been the fact that even though we're fielding 4 players here, Managrind as a team is actually a bit larger than what we have here, and so we have a lot of different players that we've been able to ask to help us out, in terms of preparing or scouting or just theorizing on what decks and what might be good against what. So definitely happy to be here, hoping for the best.
I don't think not winning a single match in Season 1 and 2 is added pressure. I think it's okay. I lost 2 times against DriveCrow, which is fine, and 1 time it was super close. So I'm feeling even more confident against those guys because I consider him one of the best players.
In terms of how we're going to do, I think that we have a really good shot at doing very well. I'm definitely confident in our preparation and our individual play. And with that in mind, I think that we have not just a good chance to win, but I would like to think that we are going to win.
So when it comes to deck building, I'm even more confident. I think basically almost all the DogeHouse decks that were successful went through my hands and through S05E03's hands. We are basically the guys building the decks, throwing it out there and giving it out to our teammates. And when it comes to global level, I think I'm probably top 5. Up there with DriveCrow, S05E03's and a couple of others.
Stay tuned for more Fight Night.
People say I'm lucky. I don't know why.
This just in. Nyhx makes leprechauns cry.
ESGN TV's daily news. Just watch.
When I'm not fapping to Top Deccan and Reckon, I'm watching Fight Night.
Welcome back to Fight Night.
So Crip, we have it tied up 1-1, DogeHouse against Managrind with Realz and Nyhx going at it, and we have their decks. We're going to be seeing Nyhx use a Shaman deck and a Warlock deck for his opponent Realz.
Yeah, the Warlock deck is pretty similar to what we saw from
Forsen.
From Forsen earlier, that's right. And the Shaman, pretty similar what we saw from ECOP, I believe.
Yeah, it is quite similar indeed. Definitely has some DriveCrow things in there.
Yeah, it does have a few cards that were not in. The one that I always like to see is the Wind Fury.
Mm-hmm. You're a Wind Fury fan.
Well, I like to see crazy stuff happen, and that card is either doing that or making the life miserable of the player who has it.
Indeed, indeed. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1.
That's the kind of hand you want to see from a Warlock, I believe.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. Probably going to throw back Tinkmaster, maybe possibly Soulfire.
I kind of like the Soulfire. Generally, with 1 health minions, they're going to stick pretty well against Shaman just because, oh my, is that happening?
He might throw back this Stormforge Axe. Here's the thing. Realz, in all of his King of the Hill matches, really liked to play Handlock quite a bit. He was very, very good at it. So right now, DogeHouse actually thinks that he's playing Handlock, but, well, that's just not the case.
A little bit of a problem, the way I see it.
I would say it's definitely a little bit of a problem, at least.
That axe would have been pretty good.
I think it would have helped him a lot, right? But here we have, well, that's kind of a tough thing to actually play against
Deer's
Stark.
Shock is okay.
Yeah, he has Earthshock and he has that Rock Biter.
And he has the axe.
The axe came right back to him. That's really nice. Look at that.
Look at that. That is only one of.
It pays off to throw back a card you don't need or you don't think you need. All right, so
usually when I play the game, what happens is I get rid of a really terrible card and then I get it right away.
Yeah, I've had that happen quite a few times. Like whenever I play a priest deck, I generally get the mind control right back first draw.
Right. It's rare that I see mulliganing out a good card and then drawing it right away to save you.
Yeah. Well, it's happened this time, so get used to it. So he's going to go ahead and play that good card and go ahead and grab the young priestess. Very good choice. He can, of course, Earthshock this leper gnome in the next turn.
Or just hit it with the axe if he wants.
Yeah, but he takes a lot less damage if he uses that Earthshock as well.
It's 4. It could be worth it.
Yeah, maybe. We will see in just a moment here. Of course, he could go for a totem if he does decide to just hit it with the axe, which is always very nice to start getting some totems out.
He doesn't have the Flame Tongue totem to, lead into a buff play. But nonetheless, more cards on the board. I believe this type of Warlock deck still plays for board control, so I think those totems are still going to absorb the damage.
Definitely, yeah. This one definitely does go for a lot more board control. It definitely has more long-term staying power than some other Warlock Rush decks.
Wow.
So he gets that totem, which is nice, but it's the 1/1, and the Mortal Coil does come out.
Those are pretty good draws there. You get the Flame Up from the Mortal Coil, you can pop 2 creatures. Flame is protected by the Voidwalker from the axe, and you can Argus next turn.
Wow, yeah. That would be quite nice. But all right, so we have the Lightning Bolt. I think we're going to see Lightning Bolt here, and then just axe into the 3/2, right?
You kind of screw up some of your turns, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep clearing this stuff, and he's already taken quite a bit of damage, and it will be 3 more if he does it in this way. But now that he has the Spell Power Totem, he could use Earthshock to get rid of that little guy.
I don't like that. I mean, when you're seeing these kind of creatures, you haven't seen a single Murloc. You're playing against the aggro. Against your most likely not playing against Murloc aggro.
Yeah. But it still could be Murloc aggro, because Murloc aggro sometimes have all those cards.
But I think you can expect to see a lot of the Argent Squires, Harvest Golem type of cards.
Yeah.
And in fact, you do have those. So
definitely.
You get a little bit more value than just killing a card.
Well, right now he's going to go ahead and make another totem, use that Earthshock, and so far so good, right?
I mean, he's stabilizing. The cards he has in his hand aren't really any better than the ones in the Warlock's hand, though. They're actually the same.
Yeah, what's actually really scary to me is that those Argents are going to come out on the next couple of turns, and I mean that's straight damage to the face unless he gets a taunt out. And is he going to be able to get a taunt out? Doesn't really look like it all that much. Argents versus Argents.
2 turns.
Yep. That's actually, this reminds me of what, like
the 4/3 Argents
3 months ago or something like that.
Yeah. Oh no, this was a Soulfire.
Okay.
He wants the lead in the Argent off, but he's not going to get it because of the Hex, I think.
You think we're going to see the Hex this turn?
Nope, we're going to see a Flame Tongue this turn.
Yeah, that's actually a very, very nice draw, I have to say. Trading a couple totems for that guy is going to be pretty reasonable. And of course, with that, he can go ahead and get another totem out as well. Oh, okay, never mind.
Goes with a really aggressive play. I think it's fair. And I think I would taunt the... I mean, I would buff the taunt totem.
Yeah, I actually have to agree with that, because where there's 1 Argent, there's oftentimes 2, as we can see from Nyx's hand, in fact. So that actually would have helped quite a bit if this Argent does come out and smash into that totem. But even if he does, he knows 2 totems are going to kill him anyways. So we're going to see Realz go ahead and life tap once again, keeping a really big hand. Both players getting very low in health.
He might just Defender of Argus the 1 Squire here.
He also could do like an Argent Flame Imp, and well, he could use the Tink Master to try to get really lucky. I don't know if I like that play though.
Possibility of turning a 0/3 totem into a 5/5 just kind of hurts my brain a little bit.
No, that's not what I was meaning. I was meaning on his own little Argent.
On his own Squire?
Yeah. Because if he did it to that and it turned it into a 5/5, that is like the worst Not the worst move ever made on Fight Night. I know a couple commentators have made worse moves than that, but...
The 5/5 would still die to the 3 totems, and then the Tink can't kill the totem by itself. Not too happy with that either.
No,
I think
no.
Squire Argus is good.
Yeah, and in fact, you used an Earthshock already, and you know, that's normally going to be what you would want to get rid of that little Squire with, too. I think he's just thinking it out, because there are a few different plays. Like, he could go for the Flame Imp with it, but obviously the Argent Squire is going to be the best thing that you can buff up with that Defender of Argus. Plays that I doubt that I'll see. Leroy?
Yeah, I mean, that would be actually catastrophic.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad to use him
that would be
to kill that totem, right?
Using your turn to give your opponent the same amount of cards that you played. Because the whelps are essentially 3/1s with the totem there.
Yeah, that's not the best move that I could imagine here.
No. The worst move I could imagine, actually.
Yeah, I guess it's the worst move that he has. Well, I mean, if he played the Leroy and didn't attack, I guess I'd be slightly worse.
I guess.
He could just pass the turn. That's kind of bad too, but not as bad as the Leroy play. And he does go ahead and just give that little Argent Squire the +1/+1 and
See if he
taunt.
gets the, oh, here we go. Time to kick it in the gear.
Yeah, I guess so. Argent Commander definitely could use that right now. And in fact, I mean, he can take out that little guy. And he could go ahead and attack for, wait, that's 6 times 2, that's 12, 13, 14.
It's a lot of damage.
If he waits one turn, though, then it's a kill. Wow. That got out of hand pretty quickly. A lot of life taps from Realz so far, so...
Well, you have to play that way.
Yeah. Well, what do you do here, do you think? Gadgets on, perhaps? Just to put something on the board?
I like the gadgets and Rockbiter or Wind Fury. And just forget about the Argent Commander. And just Wind Fury it up with the crappy totems.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, just get those cards drawn right now to get yourself in a great position.
Yep.
So are you going to do that Wind Fury, do you think, on...
Taunt Totem.
The Taunt Totem?
Oh, no, you don't have to.
I mean, you could do it on the Spell Power Totem.
No, you could do it on the Flame Tongue Totem. It'd kill the Argus. Maybe Wind Fury...
I don't think you'd want to Wind Fury the... Yeah, no, I don't like that play. You're going to get rid of your Flame Tongue Totem?
No, you don't, because it survives. Got 3 health.
Yeah, but you'd only hit it once, right?
Well, what I'm thinking is maybe Totem instead of Wind Fury, but here you can Gadgets and Rockbiter the Flame Tongue and attack the Argus.
Gadgets on Rockbiter the Flame Tongue. Oh, yeah. You could do that. But it looks like he does want to go ahead and do Wind Fury here. And that's going to allow him to not only clear this, but deal a lot of damage to his opponent, bringing down Realz to just 9 health. All right, so what do you do here as Realz? Do you just feel sad? Do you I guess you tank this guy.
Okay, so if you don't want to tap, and you probably don't want to tap.
Yeah, that's a little bit dangerous right now.
You'd go Tink, and if you go Tink, what else can you do? You can't Leroy. Can you Flame Imp?
No, you probably don't want to Flame Imp. I think Life Tap is a better move than Flame Imp here.
So I guess you Harvest Gold.
I don't think that's very... I think you actually Life Tap right now. You just see if you can draw like a Soulfire or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you do have to. This is really looking like Nyhx is going to be able to take this.
Well, it certainly looks that way right now. So what happens if he taps and gets a Soulfire?
If he gets a Soulfire, you can get rid of...
Tink the Flame Tongue Totem, get a 1/1, and then drop a Harvest Golem.
Wait. Why would he tink the Flame Tongue Totem? He's got to tink this Argent, right?
Oh, he did get the Soulfire.
There it is. Look at that. Or yeah, I would say probably Tink Master here. Well, I mean, he could clear the board too.
Oh yeah, he could Soulfire and just Commander.
Yeah. And that would just leave the Flame Tongue. That's probably the best move, I would say. The Tink Master is just too dangerous because if the 5/5 comes out, the game is over.
Yeah.
Oh, he's thinking about it though. No, Realz. You play that Argent. Well, you know what? The fact that he has Leroy in his hand definitely still the comeback potential.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it goes.
Leroy.
Look at that.